Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. During season 14, episode 13 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Sutton Stracke decided to bring up Dorit Kemsley's wallet size during an argument. And on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, she stood by her statement. In the moment, don't regret it. I was mad, Sutton said. I reacted in a very aggressive way with the lowest insult that I could come up with in my brain. And even to this day, she doesn't think the remark really bothered Dorit. As she put it, I don't think anything hurts Dorit because I don't think she listens. She's one of the phoniest people I've ever met in my life. Sutton continued, going on to specifically accuse Dorit of pretending to have fancy clothes, as well as jewelry and designer handbags, all while owing money elsewhere. All I see are lies, so I cannot deal with that kind of person. And if she had just come to us and said, you know what, we're in a financial struggle. I am in a marriage that's not working. It is much more likable and relatable to me than to just pretend like everything is perfect. And then all of a sudden it's not, and supposed to be. I don't understand it. That's what my problem is with her. In the same RHOB8 after show clip, Sutton explained that she's no stranger to money problems. I have made a lot of changes in my life since I got divorced. I dropped several boards because I can't afford to have all the boards. I'm not on all the boards anymore, and I did that because I had to, she said. Ask me all the questions you want about my life post-divorce. I struggle with my Augusta house all the time. It's a lot to upkeep that house. I just made a decision to move from and I know this sounds real stupid, but I'm still being very honest. My apartment in New York, I downgraded so I can live the way I want to in an honest way. Elsewhere on the after show, Dorit had something to say about Sutton's comment. Honestly, it didn't surprise her. I know how low she's capable of going. Listen, it's the same woman that very callously, abruptly interrupted me when I was pouring out my heart about my child. It's the same woman that has consistently stuck out her hand and then slapped me in the face, Dorit said. The only thing consistent I've seen is consistently being horrible to me. This was one of Sutton's worst moments, she said. How did you get your money, Sutton? It's not exactly bragging rights. Are we gonna sit there and say we're basing all of our value on who we are as a person by how much money is in our bank account? Because then also Sutton can sit down too. But Ozoma St. John didn't like it either. If you're really trying to have some class, you don't talk about money like that, she said. Even one of Sutton's closest friends, Jennifer Tilly, defended Dorit. As she put it, I know if I was in a very bad financial strait, I know I would show up with my Louboutins and Chanel and my, fake Birkin bag if I couldn't afford a real one. So I have a little bit of empathy for Dorit because I know that's what I would be doing. Sutton Stracke is no stranger to calling out what she sees as fakery, and her latest target is none other than her fellow Real Housewives of Beverly Hills castmate, Dorit Kemsley. In a series of comments that have set Beverly Hills gossip circles ablaze, Sutton has gone on record questioning Dorit's financial situation, and she isn't mincing her words. All I see are lies, Sutton told a close confidant in a conversation that quickly made its way into the RHOB8 rumor mill. Lies about money, lies about lifestyle, lies about the whole thing. The tension between Sutton and Dorit has simmered for years, but in recent months, Sutton's suspicions about Dorit's lavish life have reached a boiling point. According to Sutton, the Kemsleys' glamorous facade, designer labels, luxury vacations, sprawling mansions, is just that, a facade. I'd spent my life around real wealth, Sutton declared, sipping her champagne with the ease of someone who inherited a fortune before she could legally drive. Old money doesn't have to scream about it. It doesn't have to flash it or Instagram every Birkin. What I see with Dorit, it's performative, it's smoke and mirrors, and honey, my eyes don't miss a thing. The Kemsleys' finances have long been a topic of speculation among Housewives fans and even within the cast. PK Kemsley's legal and financial troubles have made headlines for years, from unpaid loans to lawsuits filed by casinos and business partners alike. Yet Dorit has always maintained that their finances are solid, their wealth secure, and their lifestyle fully funded by PK's successful business ventures. She tells us one thing, and then we hear something else in the press, Sutton said during a confessional on the current RHOB8 season. I'm sorry, but you don't get sued for millions if everything is just fine and dandy. You don't have multiple lanes and still live like you own the Beverly Hills Hotel. That math doesn't math. The tension erupted publicly at a dinner party thrown at Sutton's own estate, An affair tripping in southern charm, caviar and couture table settings. Dorit arrived decked out in a head-to-toe designer ensemble, complete with a handbag worth more than Sutton's first car. As the wine flowed, Sutton's curiosity got the better of her. "Dorit, honey, I just have to ask, how do you do it?" she purred, her Georgia drawl laced with steel. "The clothes, the private jets, the glam squads, I mean, it's incredible. Especially considering all these headlines." Dorit's smile froze, the practiced ease of her glam persona cracking under the weight of Sutton's scrutiny. "What are you implying, Sutton?" "Oh, I'm not implying anything," Sutton replied, her eyes wide with mock innocence. "I'm just asking, because from where I'm sitting, and I have a very nice seat, thank you very much, all I see are lies." Observers couldn't help but notice the parallels to the Erika Jayne saga that rocked RHOBH in previous seasons. Back then, Sutton famously demanded answers about Erika's finances, questioning whether her lavish lifestyle was funded by allegedly stolen money. Now it seems Sutton is applying the same forensic eye to Dorit and PK. "Once you see through one smoke screen, you see through them all," Sutton explained in a recent interview. "I got burned asking questions before, but I learned my lesson. Now I'm not scared to call it out, politely of course." The Sutton versus Dorit financial feud has left the RHOBH cast split down the middle. Kyle Richards, ever peacemaker, has reportedly urged Sutton to back off, warning that digging into Dorit's finances could backfire. "She told me, let it go. Focus on your own boutique, your own life," Sutton recounted. "But I can't help myself. I hate feeling like I'm being sold a story, you know. I'd rather know the truth, even if it's ugly." On the other side, Garcelle Beauvais has quietly supported Sutton's curiosity, noting that too many people on this show want to pretend their lives are perfect when they're far from it. "Transparency is rare in this group," Garcelle added. "That's why I respect Sutton. She may be messy, but at least she's real." Predictably, Dorit hasn't taken kindly to Sutton's financial detective work. At a recent RHOBH cast trip to Aspen, Dorit confronted Sutton directly, accusing her of spreading vile lies and trying to ruin her family's reputation. "You have no idea what goes on in my home, Sutton," Dorit snapped, her perfectly contoured face flushed with anger. "PK and I have worked hard for everything we have. How dare you question that?" Sutton, unfazed, sipped her martini and offered a Cheshire cat smile. "I'm just asking questions, darling. If the truth is on your side, you have nothing to worry about." As the season unfolds, Sutton's crusade to uncover the truth about Dorit's finances promises to be a central storyline, and potentially a friendship-ending one. "Look, I like Dorit," Sutton insisted, with a tone that made it clear she doesn't. "But I like honesty more. And if being honest makes me the villain, well, I guess I'll wear that crown." For now, Beverly Hills is left to wonder, is Sutton a truth seeker exposing yet another housewife house of cards? Or is this just Sutton stirring the pot for sport? Either way, one thing is certain. In the world of diamonds and rosé, money talks. And Sutton Stracke is determined to make sure everyone hears it loud and clear.